The most painful mistake in my tech career has to do with an inability to understand the importance of this saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. Despite the hard work I've put into developing my technical skills, a significant portion of my success in tech can be attributed to macro factors beyond my control. Of course, you can't take advantage of a rising tide if you don't have a boat, at least not a good one, but you probably get the point already. After nearly years of teaching myself to program, I was finally hired for my first tech role in 2021. Having someone pay me to write Python scripts on my computer was a dream, to say the least. The cost of admission for this success was risking poverty and more work than I'd done in my entire life. But alas, once I got my first tech industry paycheck, I thought I was the man. It wasn't until later in my career that I realized that 2021 was a year of mass remote hiring sweeping across the industry after the pandemic and leaders forced everyone to work from home. It just so happened that when this wave or tide rose, I had a boat and sail, my skills, that I'd been prepping for the past 2 years to take advantage of the tide or the wave. So off I went. Similarly, once the tide receded and companies became more frugal, I was then laid off. That's when I realized my role in a larger macro landscape. My mistake was believing my success was solely up to me. It wasn't. Truly, now I know as a theist that it's up to God. And if you don't believe, that it's up to fate. As a man, all you can do is be prepared for when the tide comes or when the tide recedes. That's the job that God gives you, that Christ gives you, to stay alert, to keep your figurative sword sharp. Not understanding this has cost me time, money, frustration, an identity crisis, and some. However, understanding this principle, as I've learned in the first person, can keep you fed, paid, and growing even in tough times. That's why I call this channel Tech Industry Analysis, because I know many of you out there face the same problems that I do. Sometimes you're working so hard to be that guy in your imagination that you forget to smell the roses and realize that the garden is being torn down around you. I'm here to save you time and give you the lowdown on the tech industry so you have all the tools necessary to make informed decisions about your tech career and maximize your potential so that when the tide comes or recedes, you keep winning. If you need help on your tech journey, book a consultation with me to help sort out your career, transition jobs, or land your first job. The link is in the description down below. Otherwise, if you want to learn from more of the mistakes that I've made throughout my career, please make sure to watch this video right here. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.